HISD Dance would like to remind you to be safe while dancing. Make sure that you're wearing proper dance attire and that you clear the space around you. If you're dancing on the carpet, wear bare feet. But if you're dancing on hardwood floors or hard surfaces, make sure to wear dance shoes or non-slippery socks. Get ready to have a great time dancing. Hi, I'm Justine Gingell, HISD dance teacher. Hola, soy Justine Gingell, profesora de baile at HISD. And I'm so glad to see you here today. You and I are going to be doing a 3-part lesson about the cycles of water. In the first part of our lesson, we'll warm up, making it safe to move and dance. In the second part of our lesson, you and I will create our own dance focused on the stages of the water cycle, ciclo de agua. In the third part of our lesson, we're going to stretch and cool down. Get ready, it's going to be fun.
Nuestra lección de hoy consistirá en 3 partes. Comenzaremos con un calentamiento, después vamos a crear un baile y para finalizar vamos a estirar y relajarnos.
Now it's time to warm up our bodies. Tiempo de calentar. Let's stand in a great parallel position, and we're going to work with the elements of dance to change our walk and warm up our bodies. Begin walking around the room. Fast, rápido, or not. Nice and slow. You can walk tall or abajo low. How can you change your walk to warm up your body? And medio. Arriba, up. Can your walk go up? If you're dancing with other people, make sure to move around them. Zigzag. Can you go in a curve? Curva. How can you go? Can you walk big? Grande or small? Pequeño. Can you add your back to warm up your back? Add your arms. Muy fluido, very fluid, like water. Today's lesson is about agua, like agua, fluido. Today's challenge move will be a waterfall, una cascada de agua, or a Humphrey Fall, named after Doris Humphrey, famous modern choreographer and dancer. Again, we'll get in that great parallel position. Tummy lifted. Right arm reaches out and up. Pick up this leg. Lower yourself down. Safely, don't crash, and sit. Arriba, abajo. Arriba, abajo. This knee is up, This knee is down. Let's try from the top. Out to the side, up, lift, lower. Again, how'd you do? Now, let's add the slide. Reach out and up, arriba, down, slide out. This hip shifts, boom. Fluid, like agua, como agua. Great job, dancers. Fabuloso. Let's try the left side. Recto. Liviano. Curvo. Recto, curvo. Más fluido, more fluid. Let's try it on the right and the left. Other side. Great job. Now it's time to dance about the cycles of water. El tiempo de bailar, un ciclo de agua. In the first stage, accumulation, etapa 1, acumulación, water pools down low. Like this lake I'm at right now. Think about puddles where water pools, the ocean where water pools. The ocean has lots of movement, right? Think about lakes where water pools, rivers, how they move. And try some things with your body now. Decide what type of accumulation you want to be.
Etapa 1. Acumulación del agua. Esta se presenta cuando el agua está almacenada en un lugar, por ejemplo, ríos, lagos y océanos. Escoge cuál tipo de agua quieres ser.
Agua es muy fluido, very fluid. Abajo, down low. In stage 2 of the cycle of water, ciclo de agua, we have evaporation. Etapa 2, evaporización. Evaporation is not something you see with your eyes. but it's something that happens when you add heat. Heat is an energy source to water. When you add heat to water, evaporation occurs and the molecules spread apart and enter the air. So you go from down low to up high, core to distal, very fast, más rápido. Try this with your body using evaporation inspiration.
Etapa 2. Evaporación del agua. Es cuando el agua cambia de estado líquido a gaseoso. Esto es causado por el calor. En este momento las moléculas se mueven rápido y se dispersan. Ahora es tu turno de enseñarnos esta etapa con tus movimientos.
How'd you do? Ahora es el tiempo de presentar your dance about the ciclo de agua, the cycles of water. It's time to do our presentation on the cycles of water. We'll combine stage 1, etapa 1, con etapa 2 with stage 2. So accumulation with evaporation. Are you ready? I'm gonna watch as you dance. 5, 6, here we go. Etapa 1, accumulation. Are you a lake? Are you a waterfall or a rushing river? Or a puddle with very little movement? Now we're moving on to etapa 2, evaporation. Fast, evaporización, fast, rising from abajo to arriba, from low to high, dispersing, spreading apart. What does it look like to you? Great job, dancers. I loved your dances. Let's head back and move on to stage 3, etapa 3, condensation. Etapa 3, condensación. The molecules that were spread out in evaporation come back together and regroup. Like when clouds form. That's why I'm in front of clouds. So to make this happen, for condensation, condensación, to occur, cold has to come. So the cold comes and everything comes back together. See if you can make your shapes go from distal spread out back together. How does that look to you? And then how do you move in that cloud for a moment? Are you floating and light? No peso? No weight? Or are you heavy, mucho peso?
Etapa 3. Condensación del agua. Es cuando bajas temperaturas o temperaturas heladas causan que las moléculas se junten y agrupen. Ahora nuestro movimiento pasa de ser disperso a ser reagrupado.
It's time to perform our dance about the water cycles. Es tiempo de presentar our dance about the ciclo del agua. We're going to perform all 3 stages that we've learned so far. Accumulation, where you're a pond, an ocean, somewhere where there's water. Then Stage 2, evaporation, dispersing. This is when water goes from a liquid into a gas, spreads out and rises up. Then condensation, the regrouping and coming together of molecules. Tiempo de presentar. Etapa 1, acumulación. Etapa 2, evaporización. Y etapa 3, condensación. Are you ready? Here we go. 5, 6, here you go. Accumulation. Are you a puddle? Are you a river? Are you a waterfall or flowing water like the ocean? Now etapa 2, evaporización, rising, spreading apart, abajo a arriba, from low to high. And now etapa 3, stage 3, condensación, coming back together. Es perfecto, muy bien, very good dancers. It's time for the 4th stage of the cycle of water. Etapa 4, precipitación, precipitation. This is when so many molecules come together in the clouds that they get heavy and fall from the sky, like rain, water in a liquid form, or snow, sleet, and hail, water in a solid form. See if you can make your body fall from up high, arriba, to down low, abajo. Fast, muy rápido, with mucho peso, much weight.
Etapa 4. Precipitación del agua. Se presenta cuando el agua pasa de estado gaseoso a líquido e incluso estado sólido. Por ejemplo, lluvia, granizo y nieve. Ahora nuestro movimiento vendrá de alto hacia abajo, con un peso y fuerza pesada.
How'd you do?
Coreógrafos pueden escoger entre música, sonido, silencio e incluso palabras para actuar y presentar. Hoy utilizaremos un poema y música para expresar nuestras ideas.
Es el tiempo de presentar. It's time to present our dance on the cycles of water. We're going to present stage 1, accumulation, etapa 1, acumulación, stage 2, evaporation, etapa 2, evaporización, etapa 3, condensación, stage 3, condensation, and stage 4, precipitation. Etapa 4, precipitación. Lots of artists make choices, choreographers make choices about what they want to dance to. Sometimes they choose silence, sounds, spoken word, or music, like I'm sure you're used to hearing. Today, we're going to combine spoken word with music. I brought a cinquain, a 5-line poem. Each line has a certain number of syllables. As I read the poem, you're going to perform your dance to the music. Are you ready? Here we go. Etapa 1, acumulación, accumulation. Water. Deep, fresh, atapados. Evaporización, evaporation. Going from a low to a high level, spreading out, dispersing. Muy rápido, very rapid, very fast. Splashing, evaporating, flooding. Etapa 3. The third stage. Condensación. Condensation. Coming back together. Regrouping of the molecules. Distal to core movement. Water is all around us. Etapa 4. Precipitación. Precipitation. Whether you're rain or snow or sleet or hail. Going from arriba, up high, to down low, abajo. With great weight. Muy rápido, fast, mucho peso. H2O. Great job, dancers. I could really see each part of the cycle of water, the water cycle. You're amazing, and I could see you really tried. High five. It's el tiempo de estirar. Time to stretch. Dancers, let's find a great second position. Position 2. Reaching out to the sides. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Releasing any tension from the day out. And folding forward, reaching up through the top of your head and leaning forward. Arms can wrap around your legs gently if you want to, or come up behind your back, stretching towards the ceiling. Breathing, going deeper and deeper as you stretch. Remembering you're in control. You decide how far you go and when to stop. Bending your knees and swinging up, up, up. Turning to the side. Stretching your right leg backward. Knees over ankles. Make sure that your knee is not going forward of your toes. Pressing through the hips. Arms by your sides or up. You decide. Energy going through that hip and out the back of that knee. That's that foot. Breathing. Go deep into that lunge so that you're working this other leg. Let's try the other leg. Stepping your left leg back. Energy through that heel, pressing through this hip. Deepen this lunge, knee over ankle, arms reaching up. You can do difficult things. You are capable if it is hard. Push through. That's where we gain our confidence. Not in things that we can do, but in doing things that we couldn't do before. Doing things really well. That's where we gain our confidence. Push past where you think you're able to go. Legs together, bending those knees, folding over. Weight of your head going towards the floor, tail stretching up to the ceiling. And breathe. You can fold your arms and allow the weight of your head and torso to create space between your backbones, your vertebrae. Hands to the ground, jumping your feet out into plank. See if you can lower down onto your elbows. One line from your head to your tail. Tummy engaged, holding your plank. Come to a straddle position. Toes pointed upward, arms reaching up high, shoulders down. Tummy engaged, reaching up and over. If you can't reach for your foot, reach for as far as you can go. If you can go for your foot, reach past your foot, making sure that your toes are pointed outward. Don't let them fall forwards. Toes up to the ceiling. And other side. Toes up to the ceiling, reaching up and over. Past that foot if you can. Leaning forward, keeping those toes to the ceiling. If you can reach your hands forward and get your elbows down, get your elbows down. If you can get your elbows down easily, see if while keeping your toes to the ceiling, you can get your chin down. If you can get your chin down, go for your shoulders. And if you can get your shoulders down, go for your belly. You're amazing. Muy bien. High five.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Science Minute. I'm Jenny Howell, a science teacher at HISD. You've been talking with Ms. Gingell about life cycles and also about the water cycle, and I want to take a second to talk to you about how sometimes those two things intersect. This life cycle is a toad. So toads lay their eggs in puddles, which is what we call accumulation in the water cycle. Those eggs then hatch into what you see here, which is tadpoles. The tadpoles don't have any legs. They only have a tail that helps them swim. They have gills like fish, and that lets them get the oxygen that they need out of the water. As they continue to grow, their tails will shrink and they will start to get arms and legs. And while that's happening, they will also start to switch from being able to breathe through gills into being able to breathe through lungs, just like you and I have. So when they're a toadlet and they have legs and their tail is very short, they will start to be able to breathe on land using their lungs. And then, of course, they will continue to grow until they become adults and then lay eggs again. So the fascinating part about toads is that at least half of their life cycle happens in the water during accumulation. The rest of their life, they like to live near the water. They like to eat things that are near the water. They like to be in the water, and they also like to lay their eggs in the water, of course. So thanks for stopping by.
Remember, dancers, perform for a friend or family member. You can even send a video or a picture of you dancing to your teacher. I'm sure they'd love to see your work. See you next time right here on HISD Dance from Home. Adios!